everybody, and welcome back to a new video on my YouTube channel. I'm Nicholas, and today we're back with another episode of Catching Up on, the series where I catch up on K-pop. And today we are going to be catching up on a boy group, which is actually one of the first K-pop artists I've reacted to here on this channel. I had reacted to their music video release, My Treasure, back when it came out last year, which was the very first day I started this channel officially. So I've known them for quite a while now, and now I am finally going to be catching up on them and the previous releases ahead of their highly anticipated comeback this Tuesday. We're going to be catching up on Treasure and their pre-debut single, Going Crazy, plus 3 more of their music videos in Boy, I Love You, and or whatever, you know, however you call it. And yeah, like mentioned, Treasure is alongside G-idle, or like basically was with G-idle the first artist I reacted to on here officially. You know, like I started my channel officially last year in January when My Treasure was released, and before that only had like a handful or so rated over there. But I officially started this channel as a reaction channel back when My Treasure dropped, and that was when I reacted to Treasure for the very first time. You can check out that reaction still on this channel, but obviously a lot has changed since then, you know, for the way I talk and everything. So maybe you will be interested in that. You can check that out gladly before if you want to. But since then, like, you know, a lot had happened and a lot of other artists checked out and whatnot, and I just never came around to check out more of Treasure. And funnily enough, one of the main reasons for that is simply that they only had one Japanese release after that and nothing else, you know. It kind of already feels like YG is pulling out of the Blackpink, where we release a lot and a ton within the first year or so, and then only do like one comeback or so a year. So, you know, but now they will finally come back on Tuesday with their first mini album and the title track Jin, I think that's how you pronounce it. And I'm really excited for that, and like I mentioned, wanted to check out all the previous releases beforehand. Before we now start off with the pre-debut single though, which was released on 30th January 2020 and sits on 71 million views, Going Crazy, we go through the members, because we have 12 members overall. No, 30 members actually, holy moly. Always the thing for me, big groups always have it harder for me to really flash me, you know, like they can flash me choreo-wise, but at least individually, because you have so many people to squeeze in there in such a short amount of time. So we'll be interested to see how the dynamic there will be. We have the members. Hopefully you pronounce them more correctly. Jung Hyun-suk, Jihoon, Yoshi, Jungkook, Mashiho, Yoon Jae-hyuk, Asahi, Bang Yedam, Haruto, that's a freaking sick name, that name is sick, Do-young, Park Jung-woo, and So Jung-wan. That are all the members here included. Obviously won't be able to tell anyone by name, but we want to go through them nonetheless. And yeah, their debut / pre-debut was Going Crazy, a performance film, so this will just be a choreo basically, which was 6 months before the debut. What? No, 7 actually. Holy moly, that's quite the length between a pre-debut and a debut, but whatever. Let's stop the talking. Let's start reacting. Our first of 4 music videos / performance film for us now to check out on today's Catching Up on Treasure, their pre-debut single, Going Crazy. Check it out. Obviously, no idea what to expect sound-wise. Will we have a very typical YG sound with instrumental choruses and whatnot? Let's go. Let's see. Alright, digging the keys for the intro.
I'm going crazy.
Ooh, we have very comfortable vocal color. Oh. Oh, his voice. I think I would not be surprised if he was the one that stood out to me the most last year too, when I reacted to them for the first time. Oh, but this is such a very comfortable sound picture right now. Oh, he's quite a brighter voice. Okay, we have a lot of different voice dynamics here. Oh, that section sounds really good. The second section here with the more longer drag vocals, that sounded really nice. Oh! His voice, y'all. Ooh, that rap section was really strong. And I think I remember that the rap part in My Treasure was my favorite back then, so I think it's the same one here. Right, a very refreshing poppy sound for the chorus. It suits the vocals really well. The choreo is actually quite simple, you know, like nothing too flashy yet, but I think I would have only changed little tone switch here for the second one, but the second section of the chorus especially sounds so good. A little dance break. Yeah, given the song, ooh. Guessing main dancer right there getting a solo spotlight. Yeah, but the sound picture of this is so good. Like honestly, their voices have such a very comfortable color. It's so enjoyable to listen to. Oh, a little continuous vocal ad-libs too there. Yeah, but oh. All right. The thing is, like mentioned, I told you that I did react to them over a year ago already. But it was over a year ago. And I will just honestly say that I don't think I've rewatched the music video since then that many times. If like, you know, maybe like twice or so after that, but that's it, you know. Because I remember that My Treasure was actually more of a very bubblegummy K-pop song. And back then, you know, there was, like mentioned, where it was still very fresh into the K-pop scene. Wasn't the biggest fan of that. So my initial reaction to that release at least was, you know, oh yeah, the rap section was cool, but otherwise, you know, it's okay, but nothing that now really, you know, got me really much, you know. We'll be honest with that. But so I will basically consider this now a first impression on them, basically. And what a fantastic impression this is. Because like mentioned, I basically remembered nothing from them. And I did remember though, like mentioned, that there was the one guy with the very deep voice or with the more darker voice color stands out a lot in between all the other voices, which are also very, very enjoyable. You know, they all have such a very comfortable vocal color because the entire song, from the tempo and the pacing to just its entire sound structure, is while it may be obviously more pop directed, it's not a too generic, very bright poppy sound. You know, even though we go for a more summery poppy vibe for the chorus. The verse picture with the keys in there, with the fast-paced snaps and everything, it's just very enjoyable. You know, it's not too slow, not too fast, and given that the song isn't really that energetic or too hype, the choreo now wasn't anything too heavy or badass either. You know, it was just a very fun and just slightly funky choreo, you could say. You know, like there was no big movement or anything. You know, really mind-blowing anything, you know, just a very visually pleasing choreo, because like mentioned, that's the big advantage that big groups have when you have 10 plus members and you can do such a big stage scenery with everything in motion, everything in you know, everybody simultaneously. They will always look amazing, and obviously this was such an entertaining performance video to watch along nonetheless. But the song is really what stands out for me. Even though, like mentioned, we did have some cool little dance sections in between, like the little solo dance break there near the end here, or within the dance break, the solo dance break within the dance break, or here the rap break in between with the two rappers, I guess. But who is he? Internet, come on. Come on, Wi-Fi, show me. His voice is, wow. Who are you? Like, might as well find it as main rapper. Is he the leader? Choi Hyun-suk? I'm not sure, because his hair now, he looks entirely different for the upcoming teaser photos. Just tell me actually down below who it is, because his voice, like, wow. But everybody sounds good, like mentioned. Everybody is a very comfortable voice color to listen to, and like mentioned, with these keys and with the more softer sound picture, it all harmonizes very well together. It's a very enjoyable song to listen to with a very, very strong and full chorus. Like mentioned, we often have it that YG choruses are wouldn't say exactly empty, but you know, like more of a la 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 da 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 type of stuff, you know. But this chorus was really, really good. Even though the only thing I would have changed, or like maybe just a little bit, to even give it a more not exactly epic, but like when we go for this, it's crazy love, then we change the tone a little bit for the second one. Let me get to it again. Obviously here, great outro section. Like I mentioned, very refreshing pop sound, not too generic. Here the background ad-lib vocal too. But now, be crazy love. It must be crazy love. That we take a bit more height in here, you know, because we have a very linear delivery here for the first one. Must be crazy love, and therefore the second we go maybe like something like it's crazy love, you know, something like that. You know, I obviously can't go that high. I don't have the vocal for that kind of stuff. But you know that we don't do it the same thing twice after another, but change the second thing a little bit to make it stand out more, have it even more flourished. You know, must be crazy love. Must be crazy love, stuff like that, you know, and not just copy paste the exact same delivery there. That's the only little nitpicky thing I could point out to it, because you know that's what I expected at first. You know, we do this very long drag vocal there and then add a little bit more height and low to it to make it stand out a bit more in comparison to the first one. Didn't happen. It's fine, sounds great nonetheless, but that's the only thing I would have probably changed there. But that was really good. Treasure's Going Crazy performance film. A very fun and enjoyable song. Like mentioned, extremely lovely vocal picture. The voices are great. The rap within is extremely strong. You know, YG, if YG can provide one thing, it's quality rap. Look at Bobby of Icon. Look at Jen Lisa and Blackpink as example. They really have good rappers. And the rappers here within this group are really damn strong. Like, damn, his voice. His voice! Ooh, his voice is actually... You know what? I feel like... Deep Voice Guy Treasure. Why do I feel like I would get his name there? Is it Haruto? Oh! Is that Haruto? Like mentioned, I love that name. Obviously, it reminds me a lot of Naruto, and even though I never watched that show or that anime as a kid, it's just still a very badass name to me, Haruto. That just sounds, just a very badass short name. Wait, Haruto. Are you the main rapper? Yeah, main rapper plus visual. Yeah, that's Haruto. Okay, so impression-wise, now when I remember back to my treasure and now this. Definitely Haruto on first impression really good. Not only to do his very deep voice, which stands out a lot, to do the more brighter vocal colors of the other ones, but just because his rap is also really damn good. Haruto thus far the one definitely that stands out the most to me, but I'm very excited to see now what the rest has in store for me. Because now we're moving over to their debut music video. You know, like this was the pre-debut single. And that was 7 months before the actual debut. Like mentioned, that's quite a jump. And that first music video / official debut is Boy. God of War. Can't wait for the new God of War to come out. 7th August 2020, 103 views. So they already have reached that big milestone as well. Congratulations to them. Nothing else to add other than let's stop the talking, let's start reacting. Treasure's very first official debut, or the very first official music video, their debut, Boy. Check it out.
beautiful danger 쳐다볼 수 없어 너무 눈부신 헬로 눈을 가려봐도 숨겨봐도 different 헤어날 수 없어
Ooh, already doing the visual choices here. It's sports themed. Oh, having such dark vocal color followed by such a bright one.
난 몰랐었어 날 type 넌 정말
Taking their dynamic along.
Yeah, I'm gonna be the one 너를 원해 운명이었던 것처럼 Yeah, 수많은 사람들 속 너만 보여 I can make you happy 난 꼭 너여야만 해 Girl 마음을
This pre-chorus is really strong. Come on.
Just wanna be a boy
Ah, that's what I meant. The instrumental choruses. Oh, this beat be dirty though. Ooh, Naruto.
I'm so addicted to you, I can't control. 코끝에 당긴 너의 향기 불장나는 것만 사랑으로 채워
the flowing here is it's hair though. They're all such stable flowers, but the pre-chorus. This pre-chorus is amazing.
I just wanna be your boy.
This beat is ooh. Oh, Naruto for the bridge too?
I'm alright for you. I'm alright or die for you, girl. Baby, I'll be yours. Baby, I'll be yours. But you're so far away. Isn't 맘을 열어줘. I'm gonna be your boy.
Ooh. Oh.
I just wanna be your boy. 필요 없어 나와 손을 잡고 run. Treasure.
I was about to say that wasn't it. There we go.
I'm gonna be your boy.
Ooh. All right. Seriously, for a moment I was like, you're not going to end that there, okay? No, don't let that be the end right now. Come on. It feels like, okay, we're building up to this big finale. Come on, do not end this here. Boom. We get the big finale. Okay. Treasure's Boy is freaking fantastic, okay? Even though, like mentioned, that's what I, was expecting already. There's such a YG trademark style for the chorus, big drum, heavy, gritty, in your face with one line in between. Then we go to a more fuller second half. But the production on this, like that's the thing about YG you just can't deny. You can be upset with the way they do their comebacks and their sketches and everything, but you just can't deny the quality within YG's production. It's always the question about quantity over quality. No, other way around. Quality over quantity. Because this was production-wise freaking insane. I want to know who produced it. Is Teddy working for Treasure too? Or is it someone else who produced on this? I actually don't know them. Oh. RT, SEA, Choice 37, and Hey. I actually do not know them, okay? That's interesting, so a different producer team for the boy groups, I see. But yeah, boy, I just have to pronounce it that way, sorry. Absolutely fantastic. This is a very, very on-point debut. There's just nothing missing here, basically. Visually and music video-wise, it's a very, more of a, we did not go for any big sceneries, like we didn't go outside. We basically did majority within the studio, and it looks great. We had many cool little stuff here in between, with this wall section alone is pretty damn stunning, with this like loop like climbing wall that looks pretty cool, with generally a lot of sports inspired sceneries here. And yeah, okay, that is outside, but I think it's green screen. But visually, the music video is totally fine. You know, it's a very YG music video, I'd say. Just looks great. Nothing really to criticize here. It really puts some great into the dynamic. Yeah, we have the tennis aesthetic as well going on and all that kind of stuff. Visually, music video wise, absolute point. They look great, the hair and everything. You know, that's just a good music video, you know, but nothing that now really made me go whoa. I do can say already though, given that the next songs will also be called I Love You and We Have My Treasure and whatnot. Obviously, lyrically, you know, it's obviously not my target direction. That's always the thing with boy groups. Obviously that isn't my type of lyric stuff. You know, it's normal that the female fans will obviously go more in awe over that kind of stuff. But like, you know, nothing too crazy. You know, it's a very typical lyric picture we have going on here with the love topic and everything. So that's fine as well. But where it's at is the sound. That is absolutely where it's at. Sound-wise, Treasure is really good here. You know, like mentioned, Going Crazy was already really good and was a very soft and comfortable sound. Here we now mention go for a very heavy EDM style this time, you know, which is just a YG trademark style, and they fit right in there. From the vocal picture to the rap to the flowing in general, there's just nothing missing, and I wanna listen to it again. I'm honest. We have a cool intro, on point length, you know. That's all you need. Less than 10 seconds is all you need for the intro. We have this gritty electronic sound going on where we have the keys far in the background. The vocals fit in very well with that sound. Is it Naruto already too? Do we really have Naruto in all two verses and in the bridge? Holy moly. But like, I totally see why. Because his voice is just really stand out. So that was the first verse, you know? The first verse now went on for like 30 seconds or so, or longer. Sounded really good. With many different voices, that's also definitely a pro that big groups have. Not only the dynamic with the choreos that can make for such great choreos in general, but when you have a lot of voices, you obviously, there's always something going on, you know? You have always something new to focus on, both visually and sound-wise. That's why I always mention it when we talk about soloists, that soloists have it really, really need to have a good voice to really capture someone for such entire length, because it's all on their own. Here with 13 guys singing along, you obviously have a lot of playground to just keep things fresh all the time, and the first picture is just very fresh. It's just very good to listen to, but the pre-chorus is where it's at. The chorus drop and everything wouldn't work as well if the pre-chorus wasn't as good, or like as good as it is, and the vocals here are melody within it too. Amazing pre-chorus, and then the YG classic heavy drop into the heavy dance section. Then this more flourish second half. But like mentioned, the beat here is dirty. That Naruto though. He's such a perfect photo for a chorus. Their rap line is really strong, like them too. The flow in this is amazing flow section, amazing rap break in between. Amazing top line here. The song is actually flawless. I don't think I have anything to criticize. This is also very catchy, you know, a short English line to sing along. Very sing-alongable. Damn. Damn. I mentioned don't want to be wrong. Maybe I've been saying it wrong the entire time here. Naruto boy. Yeah, that's Naruto. I was just checking in case I'm not, you know, telling the wrong name the entire time. But like, this bridge. And that's what I mean. Going from such a deep vocal tone into these more brighter ones, it's just sound-wise so good. Lovely vocal here. We take out the sound completely and just let his vocal fade a little bit. Na 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 na. And then going for the heavy dance break. And it was like mentioned, I was thinking, okay, we used this dance break as a finale already and ended after that. I was scared about that because it would have been a cool ending already. I was really like, okay, we're ending it here. And it would have been, you know, the dance break was cool and everything, but it would have been unsatisfying. But then... treasure. Perfect. Perfect. Actually flawless. Hell yeah. Like mentioned, outside of, you know, obviously the lyrics not doing a lot for me, this is an absolutely flawless debut. I mean, hello? You have everything in there. The verses are awesome. You have fantastic rap in there, fantastic flowing. The pre-chorus is amazing. The chorus obviously maybe a bit empty for some people, but like it is just a very typical hype, powerful YG chorus into your face with a lot of instrumental going on. The bridge was great. The dance break section was really damn cool, and then the cherry on top of that with that outro section with the group harmonizing and whatnot. Fantastic. Treasure's boy. Absolutely amazing debut. Like mentioned, I really don't have anything to criticize other than just, you know, like the lyrics just aren't for me. But that's it. Other than that, absolutely amazing. Treasure's boy. Absolutely fantastic. That was amazing. We gotta be moving on. We're already at 27 minutes, holy moly, but that's only a good sign because that means I'm impressed. I've been impressed thus far, and I'm ready to be even further impressed by checking out their first official comeback, I Love You, released just 1 month after that on September 18th, 2020, sitting at 85 million views. Treasure, I Love You music video. Check it out. With the English subtitles. Oh, this already looks way brighter and more colorful. Oh, one piece more colorful, but just more bubblegummy already, but just softer. They're pre-choruses. Ooh. We even went for such heavy chorus here? Oh, wow. Ooh. What is this switch up? What the? Hello? What is the switch up between the rap section and the rest of the verses and pre-chorus? I don't know why this looks a bit silly, but like this is in some ways so heavy, in other ways so. lovely section in with the water. Water dance break sections are just always stunning. Ooh! This beat, it's again. God damn! And this time the choreo also goes hard. Ooh. Okay. I don't know why, but like the opening. I don't know why. I wouldn't say this fits like two songs in one, because it worked the way they did it. But like, you listen to the first 50 seconds or so, or like 40, I don't know, when the first chorus comes in. At that point, you're like, okay, this is going to be a very typical bright pop summer song, you know? And what we do, obviously, go once again for a very trademark heavy instrumental chorus. The song takes a switch there overall. I mean, just compare the first verse to the second verse. What the Okay. I like mentioned, even exactly to that. We go so heavy in some sections, then we have the chorus choreo go like na 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 na, you know, with the finger hearts and the head whipping to the side, while the sound goes so freaking into your face. This feels like a mix of two songs into one, but still feels like one. You know, it's not a SM song like Next Level, so it really feels like we just like worked on two songs and then just stick them together. But that was overwhelming in a good way though, because, but like. What was that rap section? Who are the other two rappers besides Haruto? Treasure rappers. I think it's a trio, right? No, 4 actually. We only had a trio there though. We have Haruto, Yoshinori, why BI? I'm searching treasure rappers and I'm getting BI. Isn't BI from Icon? Wait a second. Gotta check that really quickly, because that rap section is absolutely dirty, okay? That rap section is absolutely... We get to it again. But like, just look at this. Just look at the opening section of the song. Very mellow, purpley colored picture. The sound and the entire delivery. Soft, bright, groovy, funky, like mentioned already, a little bit bubblegummy, summer poppy. How can you expect what's about to come after seeing this? What? Even given the title, you're like, okay, it's going to be a very, you know, very soft, typical love song, but we switch it up. We go here again for a very great build-up. Pre-chorus again, amazing. They're really known to the pre-choruses, but then the chorus. Who would have expected, like, the first minute of the song, so soft, so bright, so love intended, you know, like a soft love concept basically. I expected, if we go for instrumental chorus here, a very bright, playful sound, you know? Maybe something with xylophones or something like, you know, something that makes it feel like you're at the beach. And instead, we not only get this very stunning visually with the wave effect, but also... Again though, this is so... It's kind of silly in some way, because this time we go really hard for the choreo. This is the hardest choreo by far. We go so hard in both the choreo and the sound, and they go... That's a bit funny, but now here. Not only once again does it look freaking sick, you know, the big huge drum set in the middle with the heart over that and water around him. Who's playing the drum here though? Who's that? Who plays the drum here? Because, you know, he's obviously really playing the drum and not just acting like it. You see that he knows what he's doing. Treasure, I love you drums. Who's that? Not drum cover, no. I want to know who that is. Oh, man. whoever it is, like mentioned, it's not just Haruto in the rap section here, but like all of them. The way this kicks in, just look at the way he spins the stick. Then Naruto, like mentioned, his voice is Ichigo. The only thing I would have said here is that given the song is actually quite short, only 3 minutes and 9 seconds, I feel like we should have gotten a fourth rap section there before we go to the pre-chorus, you know, because it always feels a bit unsatisfying to me. Like, I always expect when we do, or just in general, it's always better to do 4, like an even number rather than, you know, an uneven number, you know, so either 2 sections or 4 or even 6 instead of like 3 or 5 or so, you know what I mean? Because after the first 2, you get another guy, and after that you expect like, okay, we do another one, you know, to keep the flow a little bit in that, but instead we just go over to the pre-chorus already. Just always, that's the same thing for a chorus, you know? There's nothing worse than you have a 2-section first half, and then you only do one section for the second half. That just doesn't feel satisfying, you know what I mean? Actually got who are the other rappers? Like, imagine we would have gotten a 4th section there with all 3 of them rapping together. Or again, like side by side or something like that. That would have been freaking sick. But who are the other rappers? Watanabe Haruto, Johin Shok, and Yoshinori. Okay, that are the 3 rappers here. I think Yoshinori was the one on the drums. What a rap trio. Holy moly. What a rap trio. Like mentioned, the vocals obviously shine here. They all have great vocal pictures. The vocals here sound really good too. But these 3, goddamn, that was a killer part. Damn. Like, that one flow here from 2. Where he rhymes beast? Was it beast? But like, that one rhyme there was like, Did you hear that? Beast. God dang, the pronunciation on that. That delivery is sick. Beast. You know what I mean here again? We do 2 sections, and then we do that killer section. And instead of continuing that with the 4th rap to make it feel, you know, like a very full and flourish section there, you know, it still feels full nonetheless, but then going again into this more bright poppy pre-chorus after that would have definitely welcomed a 5 to 10 second long rap section there. Would have not made the song overlength either. So, you know, that's again these very little nitpicking things I could add. But that's like mentioned nitpicking. This song again is freaking, even though like mentioned it's quite overwhelming at first because they're like, okay, we're going for a fun poppy summertime, and then boom! Like, just the sound difference between here and 10 seconds previously. What the hell? Again, I love this visual here too with the waves. That looks so sick. Like, it's a background and you just played over that, you know, but it's fantastic. Then again, very enjoyable melody for the bridge. It's just so fun though, how the intro, first verse, pre-chorus and bridge are all this bright pop summer sound, and the rest is just heavy into your face attitude. But it works. And again, this section with the water is so cool to look visually, but then such a sick visual here with all the people. And like mentioned, the choreo now fits too. The song goes hard here, and the choreo alongside with it. And we ended with the... Like, even in the choreo, it is the type of, how you call it? There's a word for it. Duality. This song is duality, basically. This song is a epitome, or like a perfect showcase of duality. like until the first minute, or like in the first minute, fun summer bop, and then boom, uppercut in your face. I can't remember any song like that before. Like mentioned, it's no next level where it really feels like 2 to 3 different songs just mixed together. Like it still feels very connected in full, because due to having such soft sections in between, it just makes the more heavy sections feel even heavier, you know? If you do the entire song in this heaviest sound, then obviously it will sound sick and banging and whatnot, but due to having these softer sections in there, it just makes the more heavier ones stand out even more. It's basically in some way a Dreamcatcher Deja Vu situation. You know, some of you may know that, some maybe not. But there was basically, even though in a very different way, the verses were extremely soft with piano ballady actually, and there we go for a very epic rock sound for the chorus. They have so many epic rock songs in general, but you know, when it's the entire way through, sounds great of course, but like the moment we do it here and just put out the heavy section only for the chorus and leave it otherwise, you know, not in there, that just makes it stand out so much more. Just wow, that's freaking sick. And I already see the sun coming in here. Oh no, we gotta be quicker. We have one more music video to go through. Hope that doesn't look too annoying for now, but whatever. Wow, treasures, I love you. Like mentioned, it is a bit silly in the you know, we go so heavy in the end and we still wrap it up with the fingers and that's wholesomely silly. That's said like that, you know. It's not idiotic or something like that. But wow, that song, damn, caught me off guard. We're moving over to a fourth and final music video for today's catching up on Treasure. I actually know that, like mentioned, they did have a Japanese release after my Treasure 2. We may be checking that out down the road, but you already see we're at 40 minutes after the third song, which, like mentioned, just means I have a lot to talk about because it's that damn good. And we now wrap things up with their fourth and final, like my final music video for today for Treasure, which is MMM or you know, but I think it's actually more like MMM because if it was like we had for Kaya's example, we would put an H after that. But yeah, released on November 6th, so done, Randy sitting at 51 million views. Stop the talking. Let's start reacting. Our fourth and final music video of today's catching up on Treasure with Let's check it out. I want to see though. Can I like? I don't know. Like I already have like a very how you call it? A very very unprofessional way of keeping the sun away here. Really needs some good how you call it? You know what I mean, to prevent the sun from coming in. I really got to get myself that, because especially with summer coming up, it's going to be very, very struggling, but doesn't matter. This matters. Let's go. Okay, we going heavy all the way to the sun. Their beats! Their beats! 그렇다!
모든 게 완벽한 오늘 이 밤 둘만의 비밀을 만들어 보자 마 베이베이베이베이베이 자연스레 난 널 리드하는 리더가 돼 사실은 널 보면 떨려 긴장이 나고도 버리게 만드는 멜로디만 보면 놀라 감탄해.
Okay, we'll get to the lyric later, I think. I didn't fully read it, but this pre-chorus, yeah! That's not the chorus, that's the second pre-chorus, right? Or second section of it. Yeah, I was about to say. Ooh, I like how we actually keep the sound picture this time and not go for something entirely different. 널 좀 더 원해 and want some more. Yeah, 넌 내 무릎이 단단하게 만들어 유일해 이 한몸 바치고 풍요왕이야 넌 마치 면자 같아 필터 따윈 필요. You're like a massive pizza, no need for a filter. Holy moly, is going off. Yo, but the actually like how we have a second pre-chorus, or like two pre-choruses after another. It was such a lengthy one, you know, making up for a rather simple chorus this time, but that is nasty! Holy moly! And it's actually not MMMIC, but ooh. Well, I love the mixing here. Their voices sound so crisp. Damn. I mean, like, basically, I mean, Going Crazy was, you know, a very soft, comfortable song, you know? Like, a very lean back type of vibe. Then both Boy and I Love You, like mentioned, had some more brighter sections, whilst having some heavy sections too. You know, while Boy only had it for the chorus itself, I Love You had a even more drastic switch in between, with some rap section in between that had a similar vibe. And but basically it was a mix. You know, both Boy and I Love You had this mix of, you know, more typical bright poppy sections for the vocals, some more heavy sections for the rap, and then obviously this very powerful, energetic chorus sound. On the other hand, now, it's just mean. It's just mean all the way through, okay? Here's no section in between where you have, like, you know, happy sunshine and spring and summer or whatnot. This is just a mean song from the first second to the last, okay? And boy, does it deliver. Like, holy moly. This bangs. Like, I remember my friend telling me after I said to him, yeah, I'm going to be checking out Treasure and everything like that. Well, actually, he told me, like, oh, I'm really excited for Treasure's coming on Tuesday. And I'm like, oh, do you really enjoy them, or do you think they're good? Yo, they're amazing. You're going to be liking them, you know? I'm like, okay. Because, like mentioned, my Treasure wasn't exactly my cup of tea back then. I'm like, okay, I'm ready to be surprised. I'm ready to be, you know, proved wrong. And I am. God damn. Like, even the lyrics had some pretty sick stuff in there, even though I feel like, what was that, Medusa? I gotta read it again the moment we get to it, but always watching this again, but the way this kicks off alone already. The moment you see this picture here, like, you know, the moment you see them all lined up like that, you know, the sound is already darker, the visual is already darker, you know it's about to go down. It did go down. Such a menacing atmosphere straight away. The moment I hit this beat, I knew, okay. That's actually pretty cool, you know. The group name is Treasure, and they keep using that to you know, to use it within the lyrics, you know. You're my treasure, let me treasure you. This intro, okay? This intro alone, these first 18 seconds. What a tone setter, you know? Like, just imagine you go from Going Crazy to in your playlist. You go like, oh, lean back vibing to, you know, I just had to have this look on the entire time because I'm like, god damn. And now, no one better to kick off such song as Haruto, and my god. Ayo, seriously, this beat, what the fuck is this beat? This flow, this hair. Yeah, that's what I meant. What? Tense up, you harden me like Medusa? Like, this is a rather, like, the line itself is actually quite funny, like, you harden me up like Medusa, that's I mean, it's an obvious but fun wordplay. But, like, I'm for one not used to, such obvious, intentional lines like that from YG especially. I just want to make sure, okay. But I think, wait, who from the rappers was that? You know what? My only concern here right now is I just want that. I just don't want that. Because I actually wasn't sure from their ages. I think we've actually. I think the oldest is 22 or 23. Like the leader Chahinchuk is it him? No. That's the one in the second section. I think he's 22. I think he's the oldest. But who was that here? No, like mentioned, my only concern about this is like I don't want 16, 17-year guys to sing stuff like that. But I think he's good to go. That's Jaehyuk, right? Yeah, okay. He's allowed to say that, okay? I just wanted to make sure because like mentioned, I wasn't entirely sure if they had some younger members. Wait, how old is Haruto? What? You want to tell me Haruto is 17? No way. That's the thing. As I mentioned, that line really made me wonder again. Oh wait, I didn't even check how old they are exactly. Because I am definitely one of these people that always says I'm not a fan of idols debuting too young. In this case, the Magne is currently 16, I think debuted when they were 15, or finally, actually, I think he was, no, he was 15 when this was. Was he 15? No, I think it was even 14 in 2020 when they first debuted, that's like definitely a bit too young to me, and I will always say that, just never a big fan of that being the thing within K-pop that I would debut at 14 to 16, 17, whatnot or so. Because I always think it's better to put them into such spotlight once they're 18, even though I do think that it is a bit, when it comes to social media and the online reception, always a bit easier for, or a bit more comfortable to debut the guys like that, even though it does happen to them too. That's what I like always mention, sexualizing with the female idols happens way more often, especially at such young age, which is my problem with that all the time. I think they're a bit more safer from that. But like, Haruto's once again one of these examples where I'm like, then okay, even though I would prefer them to debut when they were 18 or so, just look at him already, okay? Same example back there for Itzy's Yuna. Funnily enough, same example for Stacy's J, who's also such a very deep voice rapper. Having such voice and delivery at 17 already, and probably did so already when he was 16 or so. Yeah, he was... Wait, was he also 15? Was he also... Wait, how old was he doing Going Crazy? I think it was 15, right? I think it was 15 during Going Crazy. You want to tell me a 15-year-old guy drops bars like that, or like, but just raps like that with such confidence and delivery, it's like, holy moly. Holy moly. And like mentioned, he's just getting started. God damn. That's the thing. Again, I am always for idols debuting at 18 plus. That's always a bit more comfortable for me because I just think it's better given the industry, given how toxic and often, like mentioned, a very sexualized industry online can be. But when you have talent like that at 15 years old already, then like, make money, my guy, make money, because you earn it. Holy moly. That really caught me off guard. I did not expect him to, like, mention, because isn't he like growing still too? Isn't his voice still changing? Like, I didn't sound like that, like I'm right now with 15. Like, if his voice goes any deeper, we might not hear him anymore. But, okay, we drifted away a little bit, okay? Because, like mentioned, was just caught off guard a little bit by that line, because you harden me like Medusa, like mentioned, a very suggestive line that I usually don't hear that often nowadays. Or, like, when I do hear stuff like that, it's more from guys like, from guys like, they just usually do that, or from, like, female rappers like Jessie or something like that. I did not expect to hear that in the YG boy group song. But he can drop that. If it would have been Naruto, that would have been now a different topic. But that comic got it, he's still young. Again, let's go to the song though, because this pre-chorus. Wow. At first I was like, that's the chorus, but no. We do the second pre-chorus section with a bit more flow in it, and then this slow-paced instrumental chorus. God damn. Then these gunshots for the second section. The choreo with it looks freaking sick. Like, goddamn, yo. And like mentioned, this is me throughout the entire video, like, but like here I really actually enjoyed that this time the chorus sound actually stays pretty similar this time, because like mentioned, we had such big switch ups in both Boy and I Love You, which can be exhausting, if you know what I mean, because you're like, if you have such drastic differences within your own song, then it may damage the loop potential, Sing-along potential, they had it either way, but like, if there are just so many different sound sections in between, it just will affect your listening experience a lot and may tire you a little bit quicker from the song. If you go for something like that, where it's a more linear sound all the way through, while not being too linear, just having a good ground sound in general, and then just like bass sound in general, and then just keeping up on that and flow over that just makes it a bit easier to listen to it on loop, And now him. He was now, he's the leader, I think, right? He was the leader, the main rapper, the oldest. The, what do you call that actually? The oppa of the group? Yeah, I think that's Shinshuk, yeah. God damn, he breaks it down. You're like a masterpiece, so no need for a filter. Damn. This pre-chorus section sounds so sick. The melody here is so fun. My goodness! Even the choreo with this, the way they shoot him just down, like. That's what I mean, the vocal picture is very different still, but we keep the same bass beats. Like, I just gotta, right now, bro, you were right. Like, this is insane! I love the little, if we get to the drop, you actually notice this little sound going on there in the background. It's very, very far in the back, but it sounds so good. The dance break goes hard as hell. Holy moly! Like, we've reached the 1 hour mark and I'm totally fine with that. You know, it's happened only 3 times now. One for Dreamcatcher video, one for G4 video, and one for a AT's video. And I'm absolutely fine with them joining. Because my excitement level for Tuesday went from, hey, you know, it's been a long time, it's YG, you know, I'm expecting quality, going to be fun. Going from here to, holy moly, I need to see this comeback right now, okay? We went from here to here within this past hour. My goodness. These guys are crazy. These guys are absolutely mental. And am I glad to have checked this out beforehand now? To really now get at least for the upcoming 2 days, or like, you know, the excitement for Tuesday, because holy moly. Like I mentioned, so many of them are still so young. How can Haruto sound like that already? The boy was 15 and sounded like he's been smoking cigarettes for 10 years. Like, alright. Treasures, my god, okay, like seriously. This, like mentioned, was now the very, like mentioned, remained in a more one-dimensional sound to sound. We didn't have these big spikes and peaks and duality sounds in between. And it was a freaking banger. All songs are so good. Going Crazy, like mentioned, very lean back, chill vibe. Very enjoyable, very comfortable vocal tone and everything. Boy, sick debut. Nothing to criticize there. On point, everything. From the finale to the sound, everything. I Love You, an overwhelming song, which you could expect at first feels like 2 songs put together, but it actually works because, like mentioned, makes the heavy section stand out that way, even though, like mentioned, the silly duality in there too, you know, from heavy sound to the more softer core and whatnot. And then, that's the full-on banging, banger, dark, heavy attitude, freaking in your face type of style. But still not being, you know, like, not being even too loud. The song isn't even loud or anything, you know? It's not one of these loud, explosive songs or loud, explosive EDM songs, but there's something so intimidating and menacing, and just the aura and the feeling of the song is just second to none. All songs here today delivered so hard and increased my excitement for Jigjin on Tuesday by millions. I can't wait to check out the B-sides they did. Like, I won't be doing that tomorrow. Tomorrow we have a stack comic there already with Taeyeon and with Aping, so we'll be doing that. Their first few B-sides are sold down the road probably, but we will definitely check out the album that comes on Tuesday alongside the new comeback. But I had so much fun with this. I enjoyed this a lot, and I hope you guys enjoyed my reactions. If you did, gladly leave a like down below to show me that you did. What are your thoughts on my catching up on Treasure? What do you agree with my points? What is your favorite song? What do you have to tell me about all of this? Obviously, we began probably a lot of Treasure stands and everything. Tell me all you want to tell me, all thoughts about it down below in the comments as well. And as always, if you enjoy what I'm doing, if you want to support me, then you can gladly leave us up as well, or support my Patreon. It would help me a lot. We will see each other again with Treasure and the new music video Jigjin on Tuesday. We will be checking it out the moment it drops. You know, I will be sitting here in the preview. You know, we will be there first, basically. But we'll be speedrunning that because I'm freaking hyped for that. Holy moly, for absolute bangers. Can't wait for Tuesday. And otherwise, yeah, for whatever content you may be interested in, for whatever content you may want to in for, obviously again soon on this channel. Stay safe, have a happy, have a good time, have a great Sunday, and see you on Tuesday for Treasure's comeback. Thanks for watching.